So let's talk about activity and inactivity in getting your ex back. Hey folks, Jim Miller helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Going to ask you, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button right over here. A little bell icon will pop up when you do that too. Click the bell icon, that way you will be notified when I upload new content. Also would ask you to give me a thumbs up if you like my video and share it if you know someone going through a breakup that maybe this will help. But tonight we're going to talk about activity and inactivity, active and inactive, and how those relate to getting back my ex, getting back your ex. And I'm sharing an example with you. I was watching a video the other night on the law of attraction about manifesting. This one happened to be about manifesting money, unexpected money within 24 hours or something like that. Just the mindset and whatnot to manifest this money. And so, you do the visualization, whatever. Anyway, long story short, the next afternoon, I get a phone call from a former client of mine. I used to had a computer consulting business. And, I got a phone call from a former client of mine. And he had some problems with his computer and asked me if there's any way that I could come and take a look at it. So I did. Made an appointment with him the next night and went on over to his house and looked at his computer, fixed it, and got paid to do the job. My point here is there was an inactivity and an activity that needed to happen. Yes, the law of attraction, trying to manifest the money. This was an opportunity that came up. I had to take the action to actually get the money. The money doesn't just show up in your bank account, maybe one day, but right now it doesn't. But I had to take that action to get that money. The point that I'm getting to here is there was an inaction and there was an action that needed to happen. The inaction, he was a client of mine when I had my computer company, and I used to monitor these situations. I used to monitor their computers, and I had some software that would monitor them and kind of head off any problems before they would happen. And I was very proactive in a situation like that. This problem would probably never have happened had I still been doing that. That's the inactive part, okay? I didn't have to do anything for his computer to break. His computer just broke on its own. The opportunity then came up, and he asked me. I had to take the action to move forward and get that done. It's like that with your ex. You have to be very active in your own life and inactive in your ex's life. I don't know about you, but I tend to be a humongous people pleaser. Anybody else can relate to that? Hey, if you can't, put it in the comments down below just so I know. Just say, yes, I'm a people pleaser, or I please people too. And I've tried to do this before. Most of the advice that I give you, understand I've broken it before, so that's why I know whether it works or not. But trying to be inactive in an ex's life. And I can remember this one girl that I was separated from, and we really were not talking. We were kind of in no contact, although before I understood the no contact rule. And she sent me a text one Tuesday morning. I was on my way to work, and it was just something about her taxes. I mean, it's just something similar about her taxes. Could I help her? Boom. All of my resolve went right out the window, okay? And all of a sudden, I'm in there. I'm in the internet. I'm looking this up. I'm doing spreadsheets and charts about her taxes and this and that. And I'm just putting together this humongous practice and this presentation. And all she really wanted me to do was to log online and look at her taxes because I had filled them out for years before that. But I went over and above because again, I can be a tremendous people pleaser. What I did was I went from a very inactive role to a very active role. And it didn't benefit me. It didn't help me. So I am at a point now, or you should be at a point now with an ex, you're inactive in their life. You're active in your own. Actions you need to take are actions in your own life. You need to work on yourself. What the hell does that mean, work on myself? I used to get so frustrated with that. I'd watch these videos and I'd be on YouTube and I'd be on Google just like you are. And I'd be hurting and I'd be in pain and I'd be looking up, how do I get my ex back? How do I get over a breakup? How do I do this? How do I do that? And they all said, work on yourself, become the best version of you that you can be. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? What it means to me, and I've discovered it now, is that I have learned to really love myself and to take care of myself and to do things for myself that I used to not do. When we get into a relationship, so many of us, we tend to become part of a couple as opposed to an individual. I've put friends aside. I've put activities that I enjoy doing aside. So take action in your own life. Find something you like to do. Learn something new. Take guitar lessons, piano lessons, dance lessons. Learn how to do something maybe that you've always wanted to do. Just when you've got that time at home, take that activity, take the action in your own life. Okay? Become more social. Okay? Go out with those friends that you put off years ago, that when you got into that relationship, or however long ago, when you got into that relationship and you maybe put some friends on the back burner, you started spending more and more time with your now significant other, and you started pushing those friends aside. Be more social. Go out with them. Spend the time with them. Do that. Take care of yourself. Did you put on some weight when you got into this relationship? A lot of people do. God, I know I did. All right, let's not talk about it. I did. I put on some weight, and all of a sudden I just looked in the mirror one day and I really just didn't like what I saw. And I didn't do it for vanity. I didn't do it for the next woman to impress her or anything like that. I did it to become the best version of me that I could become. I ate vegan for a month, but even after that, I started eating healthier. I started eating better. I started trying to get more sleep and take care of myself. I started exercising a little bit, not a lot. I mean, I'm kind of an older guy. I'm not going to the gym and shoving up 400 pounds on the bench or anything like that. But I do some exercises. I have some activity. This is what's meant by work on yourself. These are actions. This is the activity side. Your ex's life is over here or wherever. You need to be inactive in it. We've talked about no contact, and I'm not going to go into that. I got plenty of videos, and I'm sure I'll do plenty more about it. But take that time and no contact. The beautiful thing about the no contact period is you're not worried, or at least for me, I wasn't worried about her input and her influence. I wasn't worried about her, feeding the hysteria around, whatever was going on. I wasn't posing. I wasn't trying to think of the perfect things to say. So take that time for yourself. Work on your own feelings. Work on your own, emotions. Deal with that. So take the actions in your own life and take inaction. I guess you don't take inaction, but be inactive in your ex's life. Like the computer, all I had to do was nothing, and that computer eventually created the opportunity. Now, he just as easily could have called somebody else, but he knew me, he trusted me, and he wanted me. And maybe your ex is feeling the same way. You're inactive, they're going to miss you. Whether they admit it or not, they are going to miss you. Depending on how the relationship broke up. But anyway, folks, that's it. Do you take action? Do you be inactive? Now you know where to do each. So hey, a couple of free ebooks down in the description down below. Click on those links. You can download those if you want. Also, my personal email is down there. If you have a relationship question, please feel free to write me. I will get to all comments and emails. I generally try to do within 24 hours. I get a lot of them sometimes, especially on the weekends. I guess Saturday night's a great night to break up. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll try to get to them within 24 hours. And outside of that, if there's something you want me to talk about, please leave a comment in the section down below, and I'll be more than happy to make a video on it. And I just want to, I want to close this up by saying I certainly appreciate it. I mean, I'm getting viewers. I don't have a huge channel out there, but I feel the love, and I appreciate you putting your trust in me. I appreciate your watching my channel. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your emails, and I just appreciate the support that everyone gives me, and I hope to God that I can give something back to you all. Anyway, folks, Jim Miller, helping you find and keep the love of your life and write a better love story. Have a great night. Thank you.